home games,
Yep.
and we all know that that's going to turn. Right, at some point you're going to hit the road, and you're going to play better teams, and that's when it's going to get more difficult as the season goes on.
You're right. You played. Detroit, a non-playoff team. You're playing the Rangers, that were a non-playoff team. You've got Seattle coming in this weekend, and you've got New Jersey on Tuesday. Like, these are opportunities against teams that, regardless of whether you believe they're going to make the playoffs or not, they aren't the top. We'll call them the top 8 teams in the league, top 10 teams in the league right now. So if you're the Leafs, you've got to have an opportunity. You've got to find a way to get points.
You're favored.
Early on.
Leafs are favored, right? You want to hit the ground running, and it was a cool night in the NHL. It was a cool night in baseball. We'll get to that a little bit later this hour, and of course, Game 3 tonight in Seattle. Tim Kirkjian will join us from Seattle around 5:30. Ray's coming up as well. Ray Ferraro on the show today. But the Habs end up stealing one last night, and that Demidov, man, that goal he scored to tie the game up was unreal.
Dude, he's got some hands on him. The patience and it was almost like when he pulled it to his backhand, a lot of guys would rush it and just try to get it into the net. Watch how he just takes that extra second to make sure it goes upstairs. He's just got he's just gifted around the net. Everybody was on him, and he just took that extra time to say, I'm going to just make sure, these hands and the moves, you can't go get your stick there, Matty Beniers. I don't know what you...
Tough look.
It is, you just...
But still, listen, Demidov set it up, man. Off the boards, dangles in the middle of the ice, goes to the net. That's a great play. And, the Bell Center was electric last night. The opening ceremony was remarkable. They paid homage to Ken Dryden, as you knew they would, and they should. And then it's Demidov. We talked about Lane Hudson and what he does to that place. And Montreal, everything is breaking their way. Everything is breaking their way. It's a really positive story out there.
And they stuck with it. That's the thing. I don't know, Joey DeCord would probably want some of those goals back, but Caulfield, man, that OT goal, that's a sneaky little goal, man. That's a goal scorer's goal. Right off the head, short side. He had an option on the back door and decide, you know what, I'm going to put it right there. There is some skill on that team, and it is nice to watch. And you're right, Hudson's dancing, and we're watching it right here. He's got Suzuki right through the blue paint, and he gets the goalie to lean off and puts it under the bar. They made a comeback in that game.
They did. They were dead in the water, man.
Yeah, they were.
They found a way to battle back and actually win the game. So Montreal's off to a great start.
Yeah.
We're waiting on news of Brady Tkachuk. It's, second opinion season, right, in sports. Yeah. Everyone's looking for a second and third and fourth opinion. But I guess Brady's down in New York looking for
just dying for somebody to say to him, it's not as bad as I think.
It's a sprain. Well, actually, it's a sprain.
Which is positive, because I think a lot of guys are saying, I need somebody to tell me that I'm done for the year.
Right. He wants to play clearly. And if he has to have surgery and he's out for months, man, I thought Travis Green handled it. I think he handled it well, but you could tell he's not in the mood for basically the media to intimate that they're in big trouble. He's trying to shut that down, which you have to. You have to. You can't sit there and just wallow in it. You can't. What's he going to do? Go up there and, let's light a candle for Brady because he's not playing and our season's in big trouble?
Yeah.
Travis Green's got to handle it properly, and he's out, and you move on, and you got to keep everyone upbeat. But it's
You're
tough.
literally putting lines together on a board for everybody before the game, and Tkachuk's coming out, and Amadio's going up to the first line.
Yeah.
So you could say next man up, but that's a big chore for that guy who's basically been a depth guy. He has won a cup in Vegas, I believe, but now he's the first line left winger.
Yeah, I think they'll move it around too. The only, slight good news is they're getting Batherson back. He's a good player, so they can. He was missing, so if Batherson coming back, but you're right, it's going to be by committee. That's the thing. If you're not going to score 5-on-5, you better be winning 3-2. The goalies have to be good. The D have to be good. You've got to find a way. You're not replacing Brady Tkachuk. There's nobody on that roster that you go, okay, you just take Brady's spot. That's the difference. We've heard it for now how many months? You got to replace Marner by committee and all that. Mm-hmm. They got to do it by committee, and they've got, if Ridley Gregg goes up there or Amadi or whatever, how about Tim Stützle have? He's still a hell of a player. They've got guys that have to step up in the absence of Brady Tkachuk.
Yes.
Because there's
one guy cannot end your season. If you're one player, now a goaltender might be the rare exception, clearly, but if one player, whoever it is, ends your season, then you weren't legit anyway. and I think Ottawa proved last year they were legit, and this will be a true test. You know, if he misses 30 games, 35 games, it's a lot of time. You know, it's a huge chunk of the season.
I always go back to one comparison, and it's dating myself, and it might be an extreme example, but the 1 year that Colorado lost Forsberg in the playoffs, and Joe Sakic won them a Stanley Cup without Forsberg.
Yeah, the spleen. Remember, he had a spleen.
Yeah, it was something. He wasn't playing. He was out of the playoffs, and Joe Sakic was like, "Well, I can't sit here and piss and moan. I got to go out there." And they won the cup without Forsberg.
That's right.
Remember that?
That's right.
He had like a ruptured spleen or something weird like that.
Whatever it was, Noodles. It was like the guy wasn't playing.
He was not coming back.
No.
Yeah. Like, look at the Jays with Bichette. Like Bichette's out. He's been their co-MVP all year, and he hasn't played.
Nobody cares.
What's your gut feeling?
You got to win tonight.
What's your gut feeling about tonight, the Jays? Where are we at here? Positive vibes or nervous or what? What do we got here?
My gut feeling is Shane Bieber performs tonight. That's my gut feeling. He's performed really well against Seattle in his career at that building. He owes them one to an extent. You know, went on the road game 3 in New York. It didn't go so well for him. I think he has a night, and I think that sets the tone. And I think if they win tonight, then, you know, it's 51-49 Seattle. Like, it's a whole new series if you win tonight. I always say it. Someone's got to be up 2-1 if you're going to Game 4. You know, I guess you could be up 3-0. I guess that's not actually accurate. But if you want to make it a long series, someone's going to be up 2-1. And that's the scenario that the Jays have to find themselves in tonight. They have to find a way for the bats to come alive and be tough outs, man. That's what they were all year. They were a tough out all season long.
What about this for Bieber, Hayes? Can he perform? And could he also, I don't even know if the Jays organization or Schneider would let him, but you see what the Dodgers pitchers are doing?
Yes, Yamamoto again last night. And
the guy pitched the whole game.
Yeah, go ahead.
Snell pitched 8 innings.
Right.
So, but when you look at Bieber and his body of work, and it's just the way the Jays have worked, I don't even think that would be an option, even if he was dialed in.
No,
I'm not sure they would allow themselves to do it either.
No,
which is so stupid. But
which is even in a do or die, man, where it's like our lives are on the line.
No hitter. He could have a no-hitter going. They'll be like, let's bring in Brendan Little here. We need Little. Bring in Little. No hitter.
That's
Perfect
the
game.
thing. Like, that's the concerning part. Let these guys run. If
Let them breathe.
I would love to see your face. No hitter in the 5th.
Yeah.
Little, and you. If there was like a candid camera on you, I would just love to see
I'll live stream it somewhere tonight on Instagram or Twitter or TikTok or something. You will find me online.
You'll be driving to Seattle.
Yes, I will.
Charge the mound.
Crossing the border in North Dakota. Yeah, it's happening. All right, Jerry's coming up this hour because we got Ray and Tim Kirkchin going to join us today. We got our best bets coming up as well. We got some crazy audio coming out of the head coach of the Arizona Cardinals that we will play.